Europe remains a region of unparalleled economic diversity, home to some of the fastest-growing economies globally despite the multitude of challenges posed by inflation, global trade shifts, energy shortages, and geopolitical tensions. This comprehensive analysis explores the top 10 fastest-growing economies in Europe in 2024, delving into the unique factors driving their expansion, the strategic sectors leading the way, and the real-world implications of their growth. Backed by data from reputable organizations such as the International Monetary Fund, IMF, World Bank, and Eurostat, we aim to provide an in-depth view of how these nations are redefining economic success. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss out on our latest deep dives into the world's most intriguing topics. Let's get started. 1. Ireland. Sustaining momentum amidst global challenges. Ireland's economic ascent is a testament to its robust fiscal policies and strategic industries. Despite external headwinds, the Irish economy continues to demonstrate resilience, with a projected GDP growth rate of 5% in 2024, slightly lower than its 2023 growth but still among Europe's strongest. The nation's per capita GDP of over €93,000 reflects a high standard of living. Key sectors like pharmaceuticals and technology continue to drive this growth, supported by the presence of global giants like Pfizer, Apple, and Google. Exports account for approximately 70% of Ireland's GDP, with medical devices, software, and IT services as key contributors. The country also benefits from a highly skilled workforce, supported by its top-tier education system. With unemployment rates hovering around 4.3%, Ireland's labor market remains tight, fueling wage growth and domestic spending. Additionally, Ireland's competitive 12.5% corporate tax rate has cemented its status as an investment hub, though recent global tax reforms may pose challenges. Government policies are now focusing on addressing housing shortages and improving public services to sustain long-term growth. 2. Malta. Harnessing opportunities beyond its size. Despite being one of Europe's smallest countries, Malta punches well above its weight economically. With a GDP growth forecast of 4.5% for 2024, Malta exemplifies how strategic planning can unlock economic potential. Key industries such as online gaming, tourism, and financial services contribute significantly to Malta's €17 billion GDP. The gaming sector alone accounts for over 13% of GDP, employing thousands of professionals. Tourism, responsible for 25% of Malta's economic activity, has rebounded strongly post-pandemic, with over 3 million visitors expected in 2024. The government has also invested heavily in renewable energy projects, targeting a 30% reduction in carbon emissions by 2030. Malta's strategic location in the Mediterranean positions it as a crucial trade and logistics hub. EU funding, exceeding €2.3 billion over the next 7 years, is being channeled into infrastructure and digital transformation, ensuring Malta remains competitive. 3. Estonia. Europe's digital trailblazer. Estonia continues to redefine economic growth through digital innovation and strategic reforms. With a GDP growth projection of 3.7% for 2024, this Baltic nation exemplifies how technology can drive national prosperity. Estonia boasts one of the most advanced e-governance systems globally, with 99% of public services accessible online. The country's IT sector, which contributes approximately 8% to GDP, is a magnet for global investors. Tallinn, Estonia's capital, hosts a thriving startup ecosystem valued at over €2.5 billion. High-tech exports, including software and telecommunication solutions, grew by 12% in 2023 alone. Estonia's tax system, featuring a flat corporate tax rate of 20%, further incentivizes entrepreneurship and FDI. Beyond technology, Estonia is investing heavily in renewable energy, aiming to generate 50% of its electricity from renewables by 2030. The government's commitment to sustainability and innovation ensures Estonia's position as a leader in Europe's digital economy. 4. Lithuania. A rising star in the Baltic region. Lithuania's economic resurgence continues with a projected GDP growth rate of 3.5% for 2024. This growth is underpinned by its diverse industrial base, including manufacturing, renewable energy, and fintech. The country's exports, accounting for 60% of GDP, reached €39 billion in 2023, led by machinery, furniture, and agricultural products. The renewable energy sector is a standout, with Lithuania aiming to generate 80% of its energy from green sources by 2030. In the fintech arena, Lithuania has issued over 200 licenses, making it the EU's largest fintech hub outside of London. Investments in infrastructure, supported by €2 billion in EU funding, are also accelerating growth. The labor market remains competitive, with an unemployment rate of 6.4%. Government reforms in education and vocational training are addressing skills gaps, ensuring Lithuania's workforce can meet the demands of its expanding economy. 5. Romania, an Eastern European powerhouse. Romania's economy continues to flourish, with GDP growth forecasted at 3.4% for 2024. The nation benefits from a balanced economic structure, with strong contributions from IT services, agriculture, and automotive production. The IT sector, centered in Bucharest, generated €8 billion in exports in 2023. Agriculture, another pillar of the economy, accounts for 10% of GDP, making Romania one of Europe's largest grain exporters. Meanwhile, the automotive sector, led by Dacia and Ford, produces over 500,000 vehicles annually. Government initiatives, supported by €29 billion in EU recovery funds, are driving infrastructure improvements and green energy adoption. Romania's transition to renewable energy is expected to reduce its reliance on fossil fuels by 40% by 2030, ensuring sustainable growth. If you're finding this content insightful, why not show your support by giving us a thumbs up? And remember, subscribing means you'll always be the first to know when we drop our next video filled with captivating facts and stories. Hit that subscribe button below. It's quick, easy, and keeps you in the loop. 6. Slovakia. Automotive excellence driving growth. Slovakia remains an automotive powerhouse, with a GDP growth rate of 3.2% forecasted for 2024. The country produces over 1 million vehicles annually, contributing 12% to GDP. Brands like Volkswagen, Kia, and Jaguar Land Rover anchor its industrial base. Slovakia is diversifying into electric vehicle (EV) production, with €1 billion investments planned in EV manufacturing by 2025. The government's focus on renewable energy and digital transformation is also strengthening the country's economic resilience. 7. Poland. A Central European leader in resilience and innovation. Poland continues to demonstrate its ability to sustain economic growth despite challenges such as global inflationary pressures and geopolitical uncertainties. With a projected GDP growth of 3.1% in 2024, Poland's diversified economy is a cornerstone of its success. Key industries driving this growth include manufacturing, and agriculture, with exports contributing nearly 50% of its GDP. Poland's export portfolio reached €330 billion in 2023, led by machinery, electronics, and agricultural products such as grains and dairy. Major companies like LG Chem and Intel are investing in Poland, strengthening its reputation as a hub for innovation and technology. The construction of Europe's largest EV battery factory in Poland is expected to add significant value to its industrial output. Infrastructure investments are also playing a vital role, with EU funding exceeding €36 billion allocated for the 2021 to 2027 period. These funds are being directed toward transportation networks, renewable energy projects, and digitalization, ensuring that Poland remains competitive on the global stage. Additionally, government reforms targeting tax incentives and labor force development are creating a more investor-friendly environment. 8. Latvia. Small but strategically significant. Latvia, with its GDP growth forecast of 3%, has emerged as one of the fastest-growing economies in the Baltic region. The nation has leveraged its strategic location as a trade hub, linking northern and eastern Europe. Exports account for nearly 60% of Latvia's GDP, with timber, machinery, and agricultural products as primary contributors. The logistics and transportation sector, powered by Riga's ports and rail networks, is a significant driver of growth. Latvia is also advancing its digital economy, with IT services contributing approximately 8% of GDP. Riga is becoming a regional hub for startups, particularly in fintech and AI, attracting international investors. The government's green energy initiatives aim to transition 60% of the country's energy production to renewable sources by 2030. Latvia is also addressing its demographic challenges by implementing policies to retain young talent and encourage immigration, ensuring a steady supply of skilled labor. 9. Hungary. Balancing tradition and modernization. Hungary's economy continues to grow at a steady pace, with a forecasted GDP increase of 2.8% for 2024. Its industrial base, particularly in automotive and electronics manufacturing, is a significant driver of economic activity. Hungary produces over 400,000 vehicles annually, with brands like Audi and Mercedes-Benz establishing key production facilities. The government has prioritized digitalization and innovation, channeling significant investment into its technology sector. Budapest, Hungary's capital, is a vibrant hub for fintech and biotech startups, contributing to a rapidly growing service industry. Hungary also benefits from its strategic location in Central Europe, serving as a logistical bridge between East and West. Tourism is another vital sector, contributing 7% to GDP. In 2023, Hungary welcomed over 15 million visitors, drawn to its rich cultural heritage and thermal spas. To ensure sustainable growth, Hungary is focusing on renewable energy adoption and infrastructure improvements, funded partially by €22 billion in EU development aid. 10. Czech Republic, a manufacturing and innovation powerhouse. The Czech Republic rounds out this list with an expected GDP growth of 2.7% in 2024. The nation's well-established manufacturing sector contributes nearly 30% to its GDP, with automotive production being a key pillar. Škoda Auto and Hyundai play a crucial role in making the Czech Republic one of the top car manufacturers in Europe, with over 1.3 million vehicles produced annually. The country's thriving technology sector is supported by a highly educated workforce and significant government investment. Prague, the capital, is home to a growing number of tech startups specializing in AI, robotics, and cybersecurity. Additionally, the Czech Republic is a leader in the renewable energy transition, with plans to generate 22% of its energy from renewables by 2025. Tourism also remains a strong economic contributor, with over 10 million visitors in 2023. The government's focus on infrastructure upgrades, funded by €20 billion in EU allocations, ensures long-term competitiveness and growth. Europe's fastest-growing economies showcase the diversity of strategies and strengths that enable nations to thrive amid global challenges. From Ireland's tech dominance to Latvia's logistical prowess and the Czech Republic's manufacturing excellence, these countries are redefining economic resilience and innovation. Their growth stories are shaped by strategic investments, digital transformation, and a commitment to sustainability, offering valuable lessons for economies worldwide. As these nations continue to adapt to changing global dynamics, their economic trajectories promise to influence Europe's broader recovery and development. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and share it with others who love uncovering the untold stories of the world. And if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and join our growing community of curious minds. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.